How's it going, guys? So if you don't recall, in the last episode I showed you all how to use this program right here known as the Universal Minecraft Converter. I gave you a step-by-step tutorial with the exception of actually downloading this tool here, but it really is an exceptional tool, and I've actually managed to convert one of my Bedrock Edition worlds that I've shown off in my first and second episode to Java Edition, as said in the last episode. And the only thing you didn't get to see, because I currently don't have decent editing software, what I didn't get to show you is that once it's done converting the world, there'll be a little icon, a save icon, and all you have to do is once your world is done converting to whatever version you want, you just got to press save, and it will automatically show up in your Worlds tab. And lo and behold, if we go here, let's minimize this real quick. If we go here, the single player, there's the world that we converted. Yes, this was a Windows 10 Edition world, now in Java Edition. All possible because of this Universal Minecraft Converter. So let's actually go in here so that I have proof that this actually works. Now, this is a relatively new tool. I don't quite remember if I mentioned it in the last episode, but about 4 months ago was the release of this Minecraft Converter. Ooh, wow, that is laggy as can be today for some reason. Actually, let me take off my shaders just for quality's sake of the video. Go into video settings, shaders. We'll just do eternal, so we at least have the Optifine benefits. Wait for that to load up here. And here we go. Okay, so this is the spawn region. I don't know that I showed this off in the first and second episodes of my Minecraft series, but this is the spawn region of that world that was previously built in Bedrock Edition. Now, there are some issues with the converter. For instance, right off the bat, these are actually supposed to be quartz slabs, and in this case, they're actually nether brick. That's just a little minor issue, but another thing is, I guess it's over here if I remember correctly. If we walk over here, yeah, you can see there's some waterlogging issues, and I find that if there's a waterlogged block that's or a block that's already waterlogged and another waterloggable block just above it, the water actually carries up to that, and I'll be able to show that off in another spot in a little bit, but it's not a major bug. I mean, this is an easy fix, but nevertheless, this is my Bedrock Edition world that I am playing in Java Edition. Just pretty incredible to me. Let's turn down my volume just a tad. So, if we walk over here, we'll take ourselves to some of the boats, and I can show you a little bit more familiar sight. Let's go over here. Get in one of these boats. Now, this is the only part I hadn't shown you in the first and second episode, as I said, but there's really not much to see. It's kind of a boring boat ride, in all honesty. But if we just go over here, just like in the Windows 10 world, Windows 10 Bedrock Edition, now, this is actually the second time I've opened this up, but I have not seen what I showed off in the first and second episode, so I'm kind of doing this with you, so we're kind of learning as we go along. Yep, just as I thought. So as you can see, this is one of the railroads in my world. I have yet to show off in a future episode, but as you can see, we have a waterlogged block and a waterloggable block above. There should not be water here, but for whatever reason, the converting this world from Windows 10 to Java has created this bug wherein the waterloggable block that's not supposed to be waterlogged gets waterlogged. So it's kind of strange. There's just a couple minor bugs like that, and I'll show off a couple more things that I noticed earlier, or in a different world when I converted a different one before this. But yeah, no, this is my first time seeing this world in Java Edition. It's just absolutely crazy to me. It doesn't feel real, in all honesty. I mean, this is something I've always wanted. Now, granted, of course, there's many things in Bedrock Edition that will, of course, be broken because of Java Edition or being converted to Java Edition. For instance, Redstone is the biggest thing. But of course, there's other things like you can't have a zero-tick pigman farm, like I showed off in the I think it was first or second episode. I'm not too sure. One of those. You know, you can't have a zero-tick pigman farm. Really, any zero-tick farm just doesn't function in Java Edition, which is unfortunate because those are some of my best farms. Oh, Skelly. Be nice if I could. Yeah, also, I can't reach that button, whereas in Bedrock Edition, I can. And also, like I mentioned in the last episode, you may have noticed, I did not spawn where we left off in the Bedrock Edition world. And that's because it takes you to your world spawn when it converts the world. And you also notice I don't have any items. Now, I wouldn't have had any items anyway because I removed them from my inventory. This is a little unfortunate that I have to do that, but there are some minute differences between versions. Minute and relatively big ones as well. There's another bug there. And apparently there's another bug where waterlogged plants do not carry over properly. But like I said, all easy fixes. Nothing too major. I got a little bit sidetracked. I'm not too sure where what I was talking about before this, but nevertheless, as you can see, this is the world I showed off in the first episode. It's just crazy to me that this is actually in Java Edition. It feels like I'm playing in Bedrock Edition. It's just unreal. I apologize about the notification if you can see that. But yeah, I mean, I think you get the general gist here. Of course, it's nice to have connected textures, I will say that. And there's that famous cathedral I showed off in the first episode. I think that's where we started, actually. It's just crazy to think that this is actually in Java Edition when I've been playing it in Bedrock Edition for roughly 6 years now. It's just unreal. So, of course, there are several little tiny differences. You know, it's a little unfortunate, but if you're someone like me who's always had the fascination with, you know, playing a world in a different version, well, the Universal Minecraft Converter is the way to go, in my opinion. I think it's the best. Even though there is a fee, it does cost something, it's so worth it because it's so effective. I mean, while there are a couple bugs here and there, it's just crazy to think that it carried over so well, as you can see here. Just phenomenal. So, that's really all I have to say now. Yeah, I am in a different skin. This is the skin for my Java Edition profile, but with that said, thank you so much for watching this episode, and if you're interested more about this converter or want to, I don't know, try something with it, or if you're curious about it in some way, just hit me up in the comments, and I'll try to make a video on it. But anyway, I'll see you in the next episode, and thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.